Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Heirloom Organic Vegetable Garden Update for August the 3rd, and it sucks, I can tell you that much right now. My life has been so unbelievably busy, and you know, the only thing growing well in my garden this year is weeds. That's the bottom line. I'm having a terrible year. All I can say is thankfully my freezer is still half full of last year's food, because if it wasn't, I'd be just crapping. So here's the deal here. I've got my tomatoes. Well, they're in bloom. Next to no tomato action on them, which I find so hard to believe, but you know, all it's been doing is raining, and the weeds are unbelievable. Believe it or not, yesterday I actually worked for 2 hours yesterday on the garden, and I managed to squeeze some time out and do a little thinning on things, and I'm depressed. The broccoli, complete washout. Didn't help that the ducks got in here and did a job on the row until I plugged the holes with the logs. The peppers, absolutely, I don't believe it, useless this year. It's the only thing that makes sense is that all we're having here is rain, and next to no heat, no sun. The beets is sad, really sad. What came up, it's like almost like 1 in every 10th seed came up. The peas, total failure, considering that I planted. Actually, I put the seeds 1 inch apart. I put double the amount of seeds, because the last year I had a problem with germination, and this year. But the thing is that we had so much rain and it was so cold and so damp. You know, the seeds just rotted in the ground. Parsnips, well, you can't even tell, the weeds are so bad. Lettuce, the same thing. Well, the ducks got in, ate all the lettuce on me. That was the first thing they gnawed off. But yesterday I did the rutabaga. Finally, I'm way behind. But I thinned the plants out so that there's, you know, 9 inches between each one of them on the rutabaga. They're in bad shape. The ducks got at them. The carrots, I thinned them out yesterday. These ones are the dragon carrots. These ones here, and I was surprised at how many actually survived the germination process. But I thinned them out yesterday. The onions, well, they're growing. I'm gonna have lots of onions, but man can't live on onions alone. This broccoli. Our cauliflower, absolutely, you know, I can't believe I started those plants in the house. It's like, you know, we're having the worst year. I think this year all I'm going to be eating is carrots and onions this winter. It's a bad situation. And last year's veggies. These are the colorful carrots that I grow every year. Just thinned them out yesterday. These are the snap peas, which I can't believe, you know, with the amount of seed I put into the ground on these snap peas, how little came up. Then there's our beans, which are just absolutely useless. Over half didn't even come out of the ground. The zucchini, which I've always had huge success with. You know, it's pathetic how small the plants are. Like it's, you know, I've got some zucchini forming, as you can see. You know, they're in there, but the plants are like a fraction of the size, and the weeds I can't keep up. I've been, you know, pulling weeds for the ducks, and you know, it's like a one-man show here. So. My beans, the weeds, you know, if I almost, the whole garden needs to be round up and just forget it, because it's sad. I'm really wondering what I'm going to get. But then again, my neighbor down the road, he doesn't weed his garden, and every year he gets an unbelievable amount of, he just lets the stuff grow, and he says organic, weeds protect the ground, which I beg to differ on that one. But he swears by why bother weeding, just let them go and get what you get and leave it at that. But I'm, you know, I've got weeds coming. Like the ducks love this one here. And actually, this one is an edible. I forget the name of it. I'll show you this one. This is a big one here. This here, I forget the name of it, but you can actually eat this in salads. It's an edible weed, and my garden's got lots of them. But the ducks love it. They absolutely love it. Actually, I'll throw it for these guys, and they'll come over. Well, they're taking their time. Anyways, but they will come over. So the velour beans, I'm gonna have lots of velour beans. You know, they're coming up. You know, but the thing is, like, we started a month late here, and you know, and then we just kept getting hit with rain, and like I said, the only thing growing is my, you know, is weeds, and growing well. I can't, you know, I'm going through picking as much as I can by myself here. The broccoli, this is the other strain of broccoli, which is not a single head is forming anywhere. It's bad, I don't know, and the corn is really bad. We're just having the worst growing season I'm like I said, if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, I've got a 24 cubic foot freezer that's over half full from last year's veggies, which normally I feed, you know, to the chickens or the ducks, or, you know, I start thinning the freezer out. Not doing that this year. I'm going to be keeping everything, because I think I'm going to be eating, you know, last year's veggies next year. Because I can't eat, one, I don't have the time to, you know, to weed the garden this year, or even work on it or anything. With, you know, everything that's gone wrong here, you know, and anybody that's watching the Duck Adventure knows what I've had going wrong here. Lots. So that's the update for this week. It's a bad, that's why I've been videoing it, because it's depressing. Absolutely, you know. This goes against everything I stand for when it comes to growing stuff. Everything. Anyways, that's the Heirloom Organic Vegetable Garden update for this week, and it isn't a good one.